Welcome to this week's episode of Your Stock Request for the 25th of October. Hi, I'm Michael Gable, Managing Director of Fairmont Equities. Your Stock Request is a weekly video where I take your requests and analyse the share price charts for you. So this week I'm looking at Saracen, we have ASB, Austal, 7 Group and CSR. So if you have a request, please email it through. Make sure you share this video on social media. And also just bear in mind that any advice here is general only. So starting off with Saracen, a gold miner. Obviously in the last few weeks, gold's suddenly turned fairly bullish and we've had this decent move up. We'll just zoom in a bit more. So looking a little bit ordinary here, but it's managed to recover pretty quickly. If we move to the daily chart, it is, in terms of the RSI, quite overbought. It can stay overbought for a while, of course, but it has sort of gone up fairly vertically here. So as it makes a vertical move, it is at risk that the selling could come in fairly soon. So while it looks strong, I think we're probably getting close to a consolidation. It would need to just consolidate this move, I think, before it can head much higher. So I think we're just days away from that potentially. ASB, so looking at the weekly chart, it was looking good about a month ago. We had this breakout, wherever you want to place that, even if we place the resistance just up here on the sort of the shadows of these candles, it looked like we did get a bit of a breakout. Markets come back, ASB's come back into the range that it was trading in previously. So it might come back to retest the bottom of that range at around $1.60. And I think if it tests that and can bounce, that would be a positive sign. But for the moment, it's come back to looking fairly neutral within the range. 7 Group, a company we like. We've held for a period of time for some of our clients. So a nice uptrend here. Of course, market got sold off a few weeks ago. 7 Group got sold off. So look, it's positive that it's encouraging that this thing was heading up, and it's only due to the overall market coming off that this has been sold down as well. The volume seems to be decreasing on the way down, so a bit of a positive. But I think given the severity of the drop, like the rest of the market, it probably just needs to use a bit more time and just consolidate around here for several weeks potentially, consolidate this uptrend, and then I think it does have potential to continue heading higher. I guess the test is, if the market bounces and this stock can't bounce, that's a problem, but at the moment it's looking good compared to the overall market. And finally CSR, so this one not necessarily looking good compared to the overall market, so we can't blame the drop on the market falls, because as you could see, it peaked around May this year and fell away, and then the recent market turmoil has just made it worse. So there does seem to be support at this level. When I sort of have a look at where it's traded previously, it also looks oversold on the weekly RSI, so we could get a bit of a bounce here, but it's too early to say that this is the low and the stock's going to start trending higher. So I think that in the next few weeks we could see CSR bounce higher, and then we just have to reassess whether there's much in that bounce or whether it's likely to come back further, unfortunately. Okay, well that's it for this week. If you have a request, send it through and I'll try to look at it next week for you.